All right, let's get it.
All
Are you
right.
peeking on my notes?
Nope. I didn't see shit.
All right, good. First question:
All right.
Why do you eat Chef Boyardee?
So growing up, my mom would actually get microwaved or cooked on the stove. It's like the perfect like tornado food, quote unquote, or survival food.
That's true.
So we
That's
just eat
true.
it. Same
Yeah,
with SpaghettiOs.
but you still like it.
No, it's just sometimes. No, sometimes.
Do you
Yeah.
still eat out of the can?
I heat it up on
Don't
the
lie.
stove.
Don't lie to me.
No, I heat it up on the stove.
I'm
I'm like,
sorry.
not anymore.
Oh, okay.
Grew up.
Yeah. No, I mean I grew up eating some bullshit too, but I can't do it anymore. Like Vienna sausages. You ever eat those
Oh
motherfuckers?
God, no! My grandpa used to. I was just like,
I used to
nah.
be a huge fan, and I think like in college, I was just like, oh yeah, these fucking things, the Blue Armor Vienna sausages. I love those as a kid, and these are cheap. I can afford it. Awful. You don't like spam?
Well, I like spam, but it's just like I eat a lot of spam.
Yeah, that was my
Like,
favorite fucking dinner when I was a little kid. Macaroni and cheese and spam. Fuck. That was like the highest echelons.
breakfast, lunch, and dinner for like 3 years.
Oh
So I
god.
was like burnt out.
Yeah.
I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm good.
We didn't fucking eat breakfast. Fuck that shit. Breakfast? No.
Eat the school breakfast.
Well, we
income.
had school breakfast, but I wouldn't even eat that. Unless it was kolache day. Kolache day? Tuesday? Yeah, that was the only one. The rest of them were garbage. But I would drink the chocolate milk.
I only ate if we had the quote unquote
Did-
money for it.
Did you, was breakfast in the cafeteria of your school?
Yeah.
Okay. We had it in class. They would deliver it.
That was my elementary.
At elementary, I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not counting junior high or high school, because at
Or
that point, it's not
elementary,
that
then.
important if you're getting fed in the morning.
Crackers.
Crackers. You get saltines.
Well, not the saltines. We get the Ritz crackers. We got the good crackers.
Okay. Name brand. Oh, okay. Shit.
Sleeves of them.
Just crackers and nothing else.
Try some. Sometimes we get water or we get juice.
And that was in Washington. Washington State.
Apples and like grapes. We had crackers, Ritz crackers.
All right.
Pretty cool.
In Nevada.
Hell yeah.
Getting after
Dope
it.
as fuck.
You're making all that money in the casinos, and they're feeding you fucking crackers.
For real. I was like, damn, okay.
Jesus. What well, speaking of like crackers and shit like that, like you partake in a lot of vitamins. Catch my drift? You know? So, what's your favorite like munchies go to? Like, some it's hard to pick one, I'm sure. You might be able to, but
Well, I have like two or three, but chocolate's definitely one of them. For some reason, I like the sweets. So anything like sweet, spicy.
yeah.
I'll
Okay.
like eat like hot fries.
Not salty, spicy.
Yeah.
Okay. What's something spicy you like to eat?
Like the hot fries, like the
Oh, okay.
Chester hot fries.
Oh, fuck
And then
yeah.
sometimes I'll even go for some like buffalo chicken or something like hot.
Yeah, that is true. I do love fucking wings when I'm on them vitamins, bro. Yeah. Fucking T's and P's to my digestive system, homie. Yeah.
These are Weather's
original?
original chewy caramels.
Yeah, that's some grandma candy right there.
Hell yeah, my great grandmother got me on
Grandma
this shit.
candy. They always have the caramel candy.
She always had the butterscotch too.
Yeah, butterscotch. Butterscotch hard candy that look like little fucking honey buns.
Yeah, and she always had the royal
Yeah.
dinks.
Oh yeah. Pressed cookies.
They were my favorite.
They're good. I remember I used to go to a dermatologist that had them. 'cause I
That
hated
for
going there.
sure.
Well, dude, man. I mean, you want what you want. You know, you're trying to eat your favorites. Album all up.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, grandma candies. What do you think? Speaking of like old people,
Yes.
what's like an old person habit you already have? Like something. This is some old people shit. Like, I get pissed at like kids throwing shit on my lawn and stuff. And like,
Running,
get out of here! Like,
running in my house.
don't like running in your house.
I don't like it when people are like running with like shit in their hands in my house. I'm like, no, no, no,
Oh,
no, no.
yeah.
And that's like the biggest thing that my grandma would always yell at the kids for.
Yeah.
It'd always be like, hey, be safe. Don't be running with shit. But without the cussing.
Yeah. So who's
My gra-
running around your house with shit?
Well, no, that's just like my biggest thing. Like when I was
Okay.
living with my mom, like when people run around in my house, I'd be like, hey, quit your fucking running.
Okay. That's funny. Yeah. I don't know. I guess I was lucky. My grandparents weren't too strict about running.
That and I bake. I love baking. That's like the
Yeah.
biggest grandma thing. I used to like knitting,
Knitting, yeah, yeah.
but I can't remember how to do it anymore. And I'm like, ah, shit.
Hey, you can always pick it back up, man.
I want to pick up crocheting.
Yeah, crochet.
That makes me feel even more grandma. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
crochet, but it's so like peaceful.
Yeah, there's like a zen quality to it. And focus and not all your other cares are, out of the window. You're just focused on that shit. Ooh, I don't know.
I can't remember what that's called, but I really liked that. Like my aunt has a.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not too crafty with that shit. Like I remember I got into like eating hemp bracelets when I went to summer.
I love that shit too.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's cool as shit.
Back from camp and just like still be doing crafts.
Hell yeah, $5.
Yeah, I give them to friends. I never was that good to where I could sell them, but yeah, I'd like go with my mom to Hobby Lobby whenever.
Hell
trips,
yeah.
And I get shit for like braiding hemp shit.
Hell
And I thought it
yeah.
was cool with like twist braid with shells and the fucking shit.
Oh hell yeah.
Still do it, man. Could still do
Braid.
it. What'd you say?
That's the only thing I can do is braid. I can't do the little adding of shit.
Oh,
It always fucks up whenever I try to stick something.
I guess I just didn't care that it was fucked up. No, just yeah. Like remember the fucking
I was always a perfectionist. I was always like,
yeah. Well, that's the funny thing about like arts and crafts, art in general, is it is a quest for perfection.
really?
But the art really comes out of the imperfections. That's what makes it unique. Otherwise,
Those are
we just have
beautiful.
printings. It has to be unique to you, unique to your style. So, yeah, it is weird because if something looks like shit, you can be like, yeah, but it looks like shit. So it's like finding this weird balance between like looking good and it not looking perfect. Like it has to be, it has to walk that line. When you're creating
fine
something.
line though, so you have to be like
Very
careful.
Very fine line because then there's examples of like movies being so bad that they're glorious. You know what I mean? And they didn't try to do that. They weren't saying I want to make it intentionally funny but not appear to be that way. Like it comes from a genuine place. They actually tried to make that movie or that song or that whatever. That's the only way it works is if it's authentic. If somebody truly thought like this is great, I'm a mastermind, it comes out and like it's awful, but it's endearing at the same time. So
I agree with that.
I don't know. I just think I just always think art is an interesting subject. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Well, they say life imitates art, right? What do you think about that?
I agree. Because all types of genres of art. So it covers all the grounds. It covers like the horror, covers like so that'd be like type stuff, and then you got like the Starry Night. It's like all different kinds of.
Yeah,
It's like all different forms.
sure.
I don't know. It's very captivating. I love
Yeah,
art.
I don't think. Yeah, it's what makes
Very
us
creative.
human, I guess. There are examples of like Neanderthals would create artwork, have burying rituals. They're not the only ones.
I like that.
Yeah, fucking killed them.
God damn it.
We bred with them, killed them, and now we're here.
Why are we so cruel?
Well, because it was necessary, and I'm pretty sure. Not an expert, but I think the reason why Neanderthals didn't survive and we did was because they weren't able to cooperate with each other as well as humans can. So the fact that we're able to coordinate so well and be such social beings is actually what makes us so cruel and technical.
Yeah.
So it is funny because you would think like Neanderthals are more quote cruel each other out, but the fact that we can like have this wide range of like passion and violence, then it's all like just as powerful as each other.
Yeah.
It's fucking weird, right? Like what other, I know there's other species that murder each other, but it's very rare. No, the great apes do for the most part. I think they all do murder each other, and that's recent knowledge. We didn't know that until Jane Goodall did her research. Those chimpanzees exactly, but it was the. Then we learned that they had wars. They had calculated wars against each other, territory over shit. What's up? Yeah, tell me.
So
Okay, who's eating whose head?
the seals eating.
The seals fuck the penguin, and then they eat its head while they're fucking it.
After.
Not okay.
Basically,
right.
the seal rapes the penguin and then eats its head.
That's awesome.
I found that out and I was like, what the fuck?
And they look so cute and cuddly at SeaWorld.
And I'm like, oh god, no. Ew, gross. And then I'm like, oh.
Nature is dark, homie.
Yeah, I think everything's kind of dark. It's like dark and light at the same time. Good and evil.
Yeah, well, there's no such thing as a shadow. Sweet without the bitter.
Yep. Very true.
So, I don't know. I mean, that is pretty fucked up.
Yeah. I heard that. Yeah.
I mean, I guess we do some fucked up things to animals too.
We really do.
But I guess it's more confusing when it's a different species. Because, like, yeah, we all know, like, that there's dudes in Colombia that fuck donkeys and then they use them for work. It's fucking weird.
That is actually very weird.
Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, like farmers out there. It's not like a myth or like some racist shit. Like, they will fuck a donkey before they fuck a woman.
Oh god.
Like, yeah, it's in puberty over there. Like, I've seen it. I've fucking seen it on tape.
That is horrible.
I saw a documentary about it. and the guy is just like fucking this donkey. He's like looking at the camera with the thumbs up. I was just like,
Oh my
holy
God,
shit.
no.
And he was telling about like, oh yeah, the young boys. There's not a lot of girls around, so they usually end up fucking a donkey before they fuck a girl.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and like that's like their work.
They're
They
like
use them to
proud.
work.
Oh
And
God.
yeah,
Oh, oh, ew,
yeah,
dude,
and they
no.
like it. They talk about how they like it.
No. That's a hard
Well,
pass.
and then there's so many like, dude, there's so many women that let their dogs fuck them and shit.
Oh, that's a hard pass too.
Like you've heard about that before, right?
I have.
Yeah, it's real.
It's gross.
So don't be too mad at the seal, all right?
Yeah, I'm not mad.
these
I
humans-
understand.
we
I'm
be
just
doing
like
some fucked up shit,
disgusting.
It is disgusting.
Yeah,
But it's natural, right?
kind of. Yeah, because it's in nature.
That's what I love when people argue like, "Oh, it's natural." It's like, well, that doesn't make it okay.
Yeah.
The entire observable universe is natural.
Yeah.
Everything you see, unless you see a fucking ghost, that's supernatural.
Yeah. At that point,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? So like, that's just the worst argument in the world. Like, oh, it's natural. It's like it still makes it weird.
Yeah, it's like it doesn't make it okay.
Yeah, it's. I don't know. I just hate when people use that argument for.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
bad things do happen, but it doesn't make it okay. Don't it?
Yeah. What do you think? Do you have a tip for? Like, what do you think? It doesn't have to be as big as It doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be too. What's a tip every person could take into account in their daily lives to make the world better?
Well, don't judge a book by its cover. We're going through
I like that. Yeah.
that, or treat others how you want to be treated. Yeah, golden
Okay.
rule. Yeah.
Respect.
Really have, really have.
Yeah. Speaking of either cover, your at your job or in your industry, like what's like a common myth about understand or people assume about your job that isn't necessarily true? Can you think of anything?
I mean, my job's easy, but it's not like easy breezy. Like, you gotta get your hands dirty a little bit. You gotta like put forth a little bit of effort. You can't just be slacking off, doing half-ass shit. Like, you gotta put forth an effort. It is a job. We do have regulations that we gotta do because we do handle are an actual thing. But people sometimes just come in and are like, I don't want to do this shit. I don't want to do this. Oh, I don't know how to do this. And it's like, okay, well, we can teach you if you don't know how to do something, but we can't. You don't want to. At that
Sure.
point, eventually you're gonna get fired if you don't want to like. Job.
Okay, so the misconception is people think you don't have to do anything to work there. Is that
Pretty
what you're
much,
saying?
yeah.
Wow.
And that they're gonna get paid a lot of money for not doing stuff, and I'm like,
Okay. I can understand that. That's got to be annoying, right?
it really is. And then sometimes people don't
Yeah,
just make
yeah,
sandwiches; we
that's-
clean.
That is one thing.
That's why they teach you
Yeah.
how to clean in videos before you even start working. You get to learn how to clean, handle knives. What we do for your job entail. Shop, you go through all that. If you're a driver, all you have to do is like driver safety training and then something else.
What
Outside of the insurance and ID and stuff.
So what occupation other than the one you already have would you like really want?
Probably carpentry.
Carpentry. Fuck yeah.
That are culinary.
What would you want to build?
Probably like houses or like stuff inside houses.
Houses. Okay. Stuff and yeah. Well, I mean,
By that I mean
that's
like,
what most carpentry is.
oh yeah.
But I mean, like, what would you specialize in?
Not sure. I just built a nightstand in high school, and after that, I
Oh,
kind of
okay.
fell in love with it. I was like,
Yeah.
"Ooh, this is amazing! I love this." That's when I knew.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I can understand that.
Because
What
at first I
about?
was babysitting, so I was like, "Okay,
Yeah.
children."
Yeah. Children.
Like,
That's
maybe
lame.
not.
Yeah. What about like okay, so cooking? What kind of cuisine are you like the
I'm
most
more into
influenced
baking
by? Oh, okay, baking.
because I'm not the best like chef, like cooking.
Gotcha.
So, but I do pretty good with baking from scratch,
Okay,
homemaking stuff.
I'm just gonna do that. Yeah.
Well, okay,
You're good.
okay.
I got you. Okay, like pastries, bread. What kind of baking are we talking about?
I'm talking like
Cakes.
cookies, cakes.
Okay.
Put it into words. Fudge. I like making fudge.
Oh
It's
yeah.
been a minute since I've done it. Like, I loved it.
Fudge is big money, man.
It really is.
People pay top dollar for that shit. And we're next to, I mean, next to some really great bakeries and because it's an old German town. So there's fudge out there. I mean, you're missing out if you haven't been over there.
I haven't been over
No, I mean, even the fudge at Bucky's isn't fucking bad. Right. That's right. You haven't really been in Texas.
Yeah, I haven't really done anything. I'm just like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, bro. You got to put yourself out there.
Yeah, well,
You've done some cool shit since you've moved here.
I got to do the escape.
Yeah.
Got to go to a
Yeah.
couple. Dallas Zoo. That was pretty cool.
The hood.
Hell yeah.
Alice Zoo in the ghetto. Don't get shot on your way in.
For real.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you've done some cool shit. You've traveled a little bit.
A little bit.
So yeah, you like baking. What do you think? What's something you're not really good at?
But if we're talking like skill wise, customer service.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah. Why is that? Why are you mad at that?
After a certain point,
Patience.
yeah, patience is dealt with a lot of bullshit. So I'm like,
That's
I
why
really
you
wanna
want to
deal with this
fucking
shit.
cook shit. You know, the old motherfucker.
don't have to
Yeah.
see people, don't have to do shit. It's like, all right.
Nice respect. That's what work at Popeyes, man. That you can talk to people like that. Say, bro, take your shit, get out of here. You ever seen that video of like how it's called like how they be training Popeyes employees?
No.
It's hilarious. It's just these guys like they're doing a skit that they work at Popeyes and they're like yelling at the customers basically.
Well, shit.
Message them. Be in the pod.
Hell yeah.
Said this.
Be like, listen here.
Yeah. Okay. So let me tell you. This will be funny.
Hell yeah. Tell me what's up.
And don't worry, this lady won't ever hear.
Sweet.
It's this lady. So at our job, there's like a whole bunch of different psych meds, right?
Yeah.
And they're always developing. There's always some new version of whatever. And so there's drug reps.
Yeah.
That come by, and because they want to get a one-to-one, like they want to talk to healthcare providers and get them to use their medicine, and they give them samples and blah 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 blah. And no, I'm not gonna have Monique on the pod if anybody's listening from Greater Austin.
Yeah.
Although that might be fun.
Maybe.
She could stare into my eyes with her 1,000-yard stare. Just be staring. That's how I'll lure in. But no, yeah, anyway, I'm getting off track. There's this lady that's always coming by, and she'll just, like, come up out of nowhere. And, she'll come up out of nowhere, and she's always trying to meet with, like, two of the providers that we have. Okay. And she's just, like, I don't know how else to put it. Like, she's kind of weird, and she kind of, like, holds her gaze a little too long on you, and, like, doesn't pick up on, like, the vibe where, like, because sometimes no one will be there, and I'm like, nobody's here. I want to set up a lunch, and I'm like, well, I don't set up lunches. And, like, I'm kind of letting her know, like, I'm busy, like, kind of interrupting what I'm doing. And I don't know, I don't know how to put it. I don't want to be, like, mean or anything. But yeah, she kind of has, like, that creepy stare, you know what I mean? Where she's, like, the 1,000-yard stare. No, not, like, gonna kill you, but, like, maybe something's wrong.
Like this?
No, that's pretty good. But yeah, and it's funny because, well, you're put in this awkward spot because, like, the people she wants to talk to do not want to talk to her.
Oh, God. I have one of those.
So then you're just in the middle being like, I don't know. And she can't, like, take the hint, like, fuck off. Basically, all I'm saying is, like, I appreciate what you're trying to do. I know it's your job to do this. But, like, stop pushing. Yeah. Like, like, you're pushing for something no one wants to happen. And I get it, you're in sales, like, that's the whole point. Yeah. Just try and get a face-to-face, but, man, sales is a tough gig.
It really is.
But she's not good at it, that's the problem. You have to be personable. And understanding, and I don't know. You have to have social grace. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and also
because at the end of the day, I'll be like, "Oh God, they finally left." I'm like, "But they're fine." I'm like, "They're fine though." Like, it's their job, and maybe just like growing up with knowing salespeople, and my dad's a salesman, and can't help but have kind of a soft spot for him. Yeah, Monique, I'm sorry.
You're not cut out.
We're gonna trick you into coming on the podcast instead, and talk about Rick's Lucy or whatever the fuck she's selling.
Yeah,
they all have ridiculous fucking names. I don't know how they come up with this shit, but some like genius, I guess, that comes up with all the medication names.
Okay, that makes sense.
Oh yeah, did you watch the Harry Potter movies?
Yes, all the way up to Deathly Hallow.
I'm surprised. I thought you were gonna be like, no.
Nope, I watched all of them.
All right, cool. So what Harry Potter house would you be in?
I feel like what people have said, Slytherin, but I prefer to be a Gryffindor.
I fucking knew it. I thought Slytherin.
I'd want to be a Gryffindor, but
if you put the hat on, it'd be like you'd be like Harry. You'd be like, not Slytherin, not Slytherin. You'd have to convince the hat.
He'd still be like
not
Slytherin.
Slytherin. Too bad, Cheyenne, you evil bitch.
For real.
Like, you're good. Yeah, I picked Slytherin.
Because every
for
time
sure.
I take
was just
a
like,
test,
yeah.
Slytherin too, and I'm just like, motherfucker.
Well, I've heard people call you Snake before, so.
For real, and I'm just like, why? What did I do?
Cuz, bro. Snaky motherfucker. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, that's funny.
Don't try to be. No.
See, even more the reason why you're Slytherin.
Surprised about everything. I'm a Draco.
Yeah. That's funny. I really haven't seen those movies in years, but like for some reason
them.
I still remember all the shit. They were huge. Like I was in like 5th grade. And what's the name of the first one?
Harry Potter and
Chamber of Secrets. That second one. Sorcerer's Stone. Sorcerer's Stone was the first one, I think. Let's look it up.
Been a minute.
Jamie, pull that shit up.
Pothead. Hello. I love it.
Sorcerer's Stone was first.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so anyway, when this book came out, when the movie came out, I was in, I want to say 5th grade. So I was like prime age for it. Not too young to where your parents weren't going to take you to see it. Luckily, my parents are cool enough to where they weren't like, this is evil.
Yeah.
Like, we still believe in Jesus, but they're like, yeah, it's fun.
I let me watch Star Wars too.
Dad wouldn't let you watch
No,
Star
he
Wars?
did. He let me watch Star Wars too. He was a Christian.
Is there a section of people that were not allowed to watch Star Wars?
Well, some Christians wouldn't let people, like their children, watch Star Wars. They said it was. That's why I was like, my dad was Christian. He let me watch it, so I was like, that's pretty.
I've never heard that. Oh, okay. One of like that time.
Yeah, it was like
Well, they
couldn't
probably
watch
couldn't watch
anything.
any TV at all.
No TV, no
Yeah.
horror movies, no nothing.
Why would you set your children up to just absolutely hate you?
For real.
It's
She was like, so happy when she
left.
left.
It will never work. It will never work. They'll get older. They'll resent you.
Her older
You
brother
can't-
doesn't talk to the parents.
Yeah. God.
He straight up like hates them.
Jesus Christ.
Felt so horrible. I was like, aw, the poor mom.
Star Wars. This is the devil. Like, I can't even imagine.
Yeah, it was bad. I felt so horrible. I was like, damn, okay. There goes your childhood. They couldn't even watch Land Before Time because it had dinosaurs in it, and I'm like,
Well,
calm
now
down.
they are. Yeah, the devil put the dinosaur bones in Earth. You didn't know that? To trick us into thinking.
It's a cartoon. What I'm getting at.
It's just a cartoon, but it's a stepping stone into evil.
I don't care.
It's leading you down the path of believing in dinosaurs, and then you don't believe in creationism, and then you're in the hands of the devil.
Well, I guess
That's the way these people think. And it's called... like they were just chowing down on the podcast.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Glad you're comfortable. Yeah, well, Land Before Time, that's insane. It's a wholesome movie. I mean, Jesus Christ. It has good morals
Like
in it.
Littlefoot?
It talks about friendship and help, you know, like, come on.
The little. That was horrible. Horrible.
The only thing I could see wrong... Hold up. Let me look at Land Before Time.
Look that shit up.
Because I loved these when I was a kid. When I was very young. Oh, yeah, Ducky. Dude, the only reason I could see Yeah, Petrie was cool.
Yep.
The only reason I could see Christians not liking this is because Sarah was gay. This is
She was?
this is a lesbian dinosaur.
I had no clue. I'm blown right now.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Sarah was like kind of a little masculine for a girl. She's like the tomboy or whatever.
Hell yeah. She was mean.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that's the only reason I could see the Christians. Well, obviously the dinosaurs, but like,
yeah.
you know how they're always just like, this character's gay, so
I was
our
so
kids
glad.
can't see the movie.
My great grandmother had
It's
it.
like,
All of them.
what?
I
Oh
loved
yeah,
it.
Spike was my favorite. Bro.
Spike. Yes. I love Spike.
Spike was the homie. Like, they were all good characters. Except Littlefoot. Fuck you, Littlefoot. Mr. Perfect.
Bro.
Can't stand Mr. Perfect characters. Just like, fuck you. Nobody's that awesome.
Felt.
Did you ever have... I remember, like... there's, like, a buddy that, like... me and my group of friends in high school had... and you know how guys... Like, I saw this meme the other day that was, like, when boys turn 15, they have about 3 friends, and they say, alright, I'm done socializing for life.
For real, though.
So, like, there's kind of an in-group, and then there's, like, friends that are, like, friends of that group. So, like, he was, like, close friend and everything like that. But, I like the guy a lot. His name was Evan.
Hell yeah.
And,
everybody knows an Evan.
he's very good looking. Like, very, like, well-built, like, worked out all the time.
Hell
His
yeah.
family was really wealthy.
Made him
But you
money.
couldn't hate the guy.
Couldn't hate the guy. Yeah,
Because-
that's the best part.
Well, I mean, just because he was a good person, and he like included everybody, was super nice and friendly, and not like a bully or anything like that.
It wasn't a dick.
No, not at all. He's a very nice guy. To this day, a very nice guy.
Hell yeah. I like it.
And right, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like there was nothing you could be like, well, he's kind of like that, like it's too perfect. And I remember I was just like talking him up to my friend. He's like, oh no, man. Fucking Mr. Perfect. And I was just like,
Damn.
even when you're perfect, people will find something wrong with that.
Just be like, alright.
And that's when I finally realized, just like, dude, it doesn't matter who the fuck you are. Something's gonna be wrong in somebody's eyes. Like, this guy's done nothing wrong, never wronged anyone. But he made that point, and I was like, yeah, you're right. That is a reason for me to hate him. He's perfect. So, like, even perfection, even people even hate perfection. Even if you want it, when somebody has it, you fucking hate them.
For really, like, fuck you.
Because they make you smaller. Because you're not going to be that. You'll never be that.
It's kind of like a constant reminder of
Yeah.
like, haha, fuck you, bitch. I'm
I
better
don't
than
know.
you.
I just thought, I never thought of it like, the thing is, obviously, my friend had a toxic mind frame.
For real.
And he put it into my fucking head. Because that's what people do.
Yep.
It never crossed my mind to hate someone for being good.
For real. I'd always be
And
like,
then he
hey,
put it in my
yeah.
brain, and I was like, he's right. And yeah, it's one of those things, like, sometimes people put something in your brain, and it's so small. It's one sentence. And it's not, like, it hasn't left me. I still remember it. This was 13 years ago, and I still remember that shit. Because he was right. I still believe he's right. There is something about... Yeah. I mean, the older you get, the more you do kind of hate people that are perfect.
Because then you're like, God damn it, I don't have
Because
it.
it's a reflection of yourself.
For me, I'm always like, God damn. I'm not perfect.
Well, you learn that they're not actually perfect.
Yeah, everybody has.
Yeah, that's the thing. But on the outside, it doesn't look like it.
Yeah.
So fuck them, because I want it to show. Then I'll like you.
Yeah.
If your imperfections show, then I can trust you. Right?
Oh.
Yeah. What do you think? Besides agreeing with me. Think there's anything more to that?
Goody tissues. That's like completely perfect. Like there's because their dad left. I've had people like nothing with like a perfect background, perfect person.
Yeah. They are kind of out there, though. You meet them every once in a while, and you're just like, wow.
Fuck them though. But
No.
I love them at the same time. Like fuck you,
Yeah.
but no.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I guess I guess it's when people are like I know like little old ladies that, to my knowledge, are like perfect. They've done anything wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's like when one of your peers or colleagues. It's annoying. Some people that's like my friend's, like close friend's mom, for example. I think she's a great woman. Like in my eyes, done nothing fucking wrong. Who knows what she's done?
Yeah. You never know.
Yeah.
But in your eyes,
But
like,
yeah, if they're not like a close peer, just like, oh, I'm so happy for that person. But yeah, I don't know. I guess Littlefoot got me heated. Okay.
yeah.
You're too fucking basic, dude.
I'm gonna be honest. This was the first death that I got introduced to.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah, I remember what I was going to talk about. Did you ever see On the Waterfront?
I don't know if I have.
I'm trying to think of a good age. Um, it'll come to me later.
Okay.
But it's
We got all
a
the
movie. The title doesn't matter, but it's a movie about some rabbits.
Ooh, Watership Down?
Watership Down. That's
Hell
it.
yeah, I love that fucking.
Yeah,
Yes.
Watership Down
That was
freaked me the fuck out when I was a kid.
the book or the movie?
The movie. I didn't know it was a book.
It's a book.
I'd only seen 1978. What do you think is a good age for that for the movie? Because I want to have my niece and nephew watch it instead of Bambi. Because I think this is a better movie as far as like dealing with.
Yeah,
Death
okay,
and-
so I would have to suggest.
The Land Before Time is a good one too. I never thought about that because Bambi is the classic dealing with death
See,
movie.
ours was always Lion King inside my generation.
Oh, that's true.
I was always like, here, watch.
I don't know which one I
Watch
saw
Mufasa
first.
die. But I got introduced to Littlefoot's grandpa, I think, dying first, or his dad, or his mom. I can't remember who died in it, but I saw that and I just I
It's
cried
been
for months.
ages.
Months. It's been decades. I think I was like 6 or 8 the last time I watched it. Watership Down, I would want to say like
I was thinking 7, 8.
that can scar a child if it's under.
Well, because a lot shit happens. A lot of crazy shit. But, like, that's kind of how life is. Like,
True.
weird shit is going to go on.
I want them to be a kid as long as possible.
Of course.
Or you, quote unquote, traumatize a child. I'd wait till
They're
they're
going to be in
like,
elementary school at least.
yeah.
Yeah.
Also based off of their maturity as well.
Yeah.
If they're very mature and are understanding things, I would say probably like 6 or 7. But if they're not, then I would say 7, 8, maybe even 9.
Yeah, 9.
But some kids don't have coping mechanisms. Not
I
good
would
at
think
it. So.
about second grade or third grade.
Yeah, 2nd or 3rd grade sounds good.
Yeah.
Sounds
First
good.
is still a little too. Maybe the summer after second grade
Yeah.
would be the earliest.
Yeah, I think that sounds good.
Yeah.
Now, if you want a PG-er version of this one, Netflix has one.
Oh, of course they have a shitty version of everything.
Well, it's not quite shitty, but it's not as good as this one. Fourth grade, watching this shit, and I'm just like, oh my god, this is worse than I imagined. Like it was a good movie though, but I was just like,
Yeah, and I'm drawing a blank about another movie I wanted to talk about. Yeah, it's weird. Like, were you? So I feel like I was kind of raised on television. Were you one of those kids that you just like plopped at home? Whatever's on TV is what you were watching.
it's about 50-50. So if I was living with my dad, I would be in front of a TV watching television, or I'd be playing video games. But at my mom's, mom would always kick me outside, pretty much. She'd be like, all right, now go be outside. All right, you got to do this at one place and this at the other. It's like, all right.
Yeah, my parents are divorced, so
Yeah.
I understand that. What kind of video games did you play?
Growing up, it was like Halo Reach.
What?
Yeah.
Growing up, it was Halo Reach.
Now, if we're talking real young, it was just more
Yeah,
like
I'm
the
saying.
Atari ones. I can't remember which ones. A little bit of something, and then I quit playing it. And then Cube, I'd play that. So,
Oh,
and Sonic Babylon was like the biggest.
did you play the Monkey Ball game on GameCube?
That
That was a question we had to ask from a coworker. Yeah, that
my brother.
was a good one. And
I wanted to play it. I liked horror shit, and then
yeah.
but
Oh,
you know,
horror
being a
games so
kid,
much
they
fun.
don't want you playing horror games. Violent. I
Like, this is
just
gonna
like the
keep me
violence.
from being violent.
For real.
I have an outlet and fuck people up.
Got to play video games, I quit lashing out and like.
Exactly, it's
And
an
then when
outlet.
people would take it away, I'd be like, all right, let me go, let me fuck some shit up, let me beat some people
Yeah.
up. And I'm like, no.
You gotta displace that anger somewhere, or whatever you have going on. It's complicated, you know. A lot of hormones and emotions and everything going on when you're growing up. It's like a whole lot. Yeah. I don't know, like what I would have done without like sports and music and video games. Shot the school.
Actually,
No,
I
I
had,
wasn't
I
that
had
angry as a
books.
kid, but I think I wasn't that angry because I had shit to do outside of just, you know, say
Yeah.
school says and sleep. Like that's so many kids' reality.
Yeah.
It's just like you come home, there's not shit to do, you don't have any extracurriculars, you're playing on the fucking street, like shit with your friends. So like I get it, dude. Like I feel bad for like honestly is very lucky, all things considered, compared to like what life is for like a lot of kids. I'm really not that compassionate because I'm not trying to do shit to help kids out.
I'm 50-50. It
That's what makes
depends.
the world so horrible.
If I see a future, I'll help you out. But if I see you just fucking around and like drowning your life going down the drain, I'm just gonna be like, nah, I can't. If I can help you, I'll help
Yeah,
you.
sure.
But I'm not gonna go negative to help somebody because
Well, if you don't help yourself, you can't help others.
for real.
So I mean, especially my case and in your case, we're far too young and we're not established enough in the world to really help somebody out.
Yeah.
So there's no reason to like. trying to think of the movie, but it's just not happening. It's not happening. Okay, it's all right. I can move on. Oh yeah, I remember what I was gonna ask you. When did you like really decide you were like into gaming? Pretty recently, right?
Well, no. Really, really got into it was again Halo Reach.
I Yeah, I got really good at that game.
I spent
I
hours.
was ranked in the beta version. So I was in a sophomore in college when it came out. Right, so you have like very little responsibility.
Yeah.
My friends had Vyvanse and Adderall, so just take a bunch of their pills, just play it all fucking night. And I also had a friend that was like naturally very good at most video games, so then I'd watch too and learn.
Yeah.
That's half the thing is like if you have somebody that you're playing with that can how to really play it. Well, no, I mean I've always been good at Halo, and I've played Halo for a long time, but it's not exactly the ropes. It's more like the technical shit that makes it considered.
Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying.
So then you see other people's style of gameplay, like from their perspective. So we like I wasted months of my life just playing. To this day, I'm still good at pretty much any Halo game. Like it all snaps. Like when Halo,
Same.
I haven't played Halo in like 3-4 years, longer than that actually, like 5-6 years. And I remember Justin's buddy brought Halo 5 over, and immediately I was fucking everybody up. Call of Duty, no, I can't. I suck at that fucking game.
I like Call of Duty.
But Halo, like Halo 2 online, is when I really get into and shit like that. That was an amazing time, let me tell you. Because it was like we couldn't believe it was real. Just get in this lobby, talk on the mics, and talk shit, and say the N word.
Oh my god, yes.
No, it really was. It was unbelievable. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it was fucking real. Like that's how you go back to that time and like knowing what gaming was before that.
It was not.
After multiplayer online.
It's when a lot of
And it
people
might
started
be for the
being
better, but I don't
sensitive.
know. I kind of pine for the old days before all that shit.
People are getting this with all the people being able to talk to. A lot of people are being like, "Fuck you, motherfucker!" Blah, 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 blah. And then people are like, "Mom, you're making
Triggered.
I'm offended."
Ban them. Shouldn't be allowed to play now. Just mute them.
Yeah. Now, if they're hacking, that's
That's how
another
it used to be.
thing.
You just, huh?
If they're hacking, that's another thing.
Well, yeah, of course. That's not fucking cool. Or if they're like spamming messaging you, like, you know what I mean? Filling
Yeah,
your
if they're-
inbox with like, I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah, if they're harassing you, that's another story.
Yeah. But you're just talking on the microphone. If you don't like it, mute. Just mute the fucking
Yeah.
shit. It's not that hard. It's just like television or movies. If you don't like it, turn it off.
Exactly. You know what you're getting into.
But
Also,
that brings me into like a whole nother point of a lot of gamers just being like antisocial, and that's part of the reason they play video games. So of course they're gonna do some antisocial shit like that.
yeah.
Like he's mean. Like childish shit.
Multiplayer is a toxic cesspool, but in a good way, in my opinion. Because I like it. It's a good way to get out your aggression, but you gotta realize it's built up shit. You gotta get it out somehow.
And you're a girl in that space.
Exactly. People call me
You're
a
the
fucking
ultimate
dishwasher.
target. Yeah.
All types of shit. I'm just like, okay. My favorite is when they call me a sandwich maker. I'm just like, sandwiches for a living. But I also get to slice the meats too and manage staff.
Yeah, dude.
So that hurt my feelings. Feelings. It's supposed to trigger me a little bit so that way I get angry and then try to.
People are gonna give you
Just
shit
shit.
no matter what you do, man.
Yeah. I could be saving the world and people will still try to bring me down. I could cure cancer
Yeah, right.
and It still find something. Yeah. Doesn't matter how perfect you are. It's like, what the fuck? What am I even doing?
I mean, Bill Gates.
For
Can you
real.
think of anyone that's done more for mankind than that guy?
Yeah, and people still
And now he's
badmouth him.
evil. Now he's an evil motherfucker designing diseases to sell vaccines to us. Like, that's what
Yes.
some people think.
Oh my god, why?
I'm just saying, like, the
Yeah, and then
personal
Elon Musk.
computer and what that's done, just that alone. Don't even think about the philanthropy. Don't just that alone. The personal computer
Yeah.
and Microsoft
Like,
and what that company's done for humanity
exactly.
is, I mean, it's hard to compare it to anything else that's ever happened.
Outside of
So like
delight,
even that
electricity.
guy, even that guy is evil. He's Satan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, people
it doesn't
still don't
matter what you do.
Doesn't.
You suck.
Mm-hmm.
Like we were talking about, Mr. Perfect. It
Yep.
doesn't matter. It does not matter what you do, no matter how menial it is or how awesome it is. And
Not
like,
matter.
yeah, that just shows that like what people like fucking suck. If they're
Yeah.
even gonna take that into account. Everyone should know, like, you're way more than your occupation. That's just something you do. Right? It's
a
nothing to
career.
do with anything else. Look, gotta pay the bills, dude.
Yeah, I get paid somehow.
Feel you? Like,
I know some of the nicest strippers, right? We'll go there.
Yeah.
We'll even go that far.
yeah.
Like, I know some people that are like strippers, but they're amazing mothers.
I'm sure there aren't many, but there are some.
Yeah, there's not many, but there are some.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, it doesn't matter what occupation. I know some plumbers who are amazing people, great at their job.
Well, plumbers make you and me combined.
Oh yeah, and same with truckers. But truckers have it rough.
Yeah.
God bless those guys. God bless the truckers. If the truckers listening, thank you. We need them.
You taking a break? Real
Yeah,
quick?
I'm cool with taking a break.
To get some
Hells yeah.
I'm just gonna- Good.
Yeah,
If money was not a factor, what would you do with your spare time?
money was not a
Yeah,
factor.
just do whatever. Don't have to worry about.
I would travel.
Yeah.
I would like go
Yeah, that's a
do
good answer.
extravagant stuff if money wasn't a factor. Experience life, like see what
Where would you want to travel?
all over. I want to travel everywhere in the world. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
I want to experience a little bit of everything.
Haiti.
Yeah, I want to go to Haiti. I want to go to Hawaii. I want to go to where the Mayans and the Aztecs were, like Machu Picchu. I want to go there for sure.
Oh, the Mayans and Aztecs weren't at Machu Picchu.
Oh yeah, well. No,
Did
Machu
you know-
Picchu's only like big name that I remember.
Yeah. It's South America.
Okay, well,
Uh,
close enough for
the
me.
Mayans,
I don't know.
Mayans and the Aztecs were in Central America.
Okay, well, I do want to go there too.
I'm just fucking with you. Like, well, you know what's funny is Austin is actually closer to Mexico City,
Oh shit,
which is where Aztecs were. The Aztecs never actually called themselves Aztecs, which is interesting.
that is true.
But Mexico City is closer to us than Los Angeles. And I think it used to be called, I'm gonna butcher this, but like tech. It's so hard to use their language, but like Technugland or something like that.
I'm not sure.
Yeah. Thought that was really crazy that like you're closer to where like some of the craziest shit in history went down.
Damn.
Like if you yeah, like Aztecs and
They did some
Mayans.
shit.
Yeah, I mean just the Spanish and the interaction and you know It's crazy because like basically the Europeans like pitted all the tribes. That's the only reason the natives didn't like totally fuck up the colonialists. Or they would have won. They would have fucked them up. That and disease. Like free advantage, but somehow. I mean, pretty much disease more than anything is why
Yeah,
the natives
that is
lost
true.
ultimately. You know, you know plenty of natives, Native Americans.
Yeah, I also read the history a bit too, because it kind of intrigued me, because I wanted to know what
Okay.
Jamestown thing. I read that, and that kind of like fucked with me a little bit.
Town, Virginia.
Yeah, like
Well, Jamestown, Virginia was the first English colony, and the English were not. It's the first war. Vikings.
yes, that is very.
Misconception about the Vikings is they weren't a race of people. Viking is more of an occupation.
Yeah,
So
because
it's
it
kind
just
of like saying
cleavage.
you're a pirate.
Yeah.
Pirate didn't have a race or any, you know,
Yeah, it was just
it's an
It's an
occupation.
occupation, yeah.
So, like, yeah, they came from, like, parts of North Europe, Northwestern Europe, but also from all over, people that moved to, as Vikings. So, this whole thing about Vikings being, you know, like crazy people.
Yeah, it's basically
Being like, oh,
psychotic.
yes, I come from the race of strong blonde dudes with braided hair. Everybody up, and it's like,
Not really.
you're kind of telling yourself a story.
Yeah.
Like they were just they traded, they went to Iceland and Greenland and set up colonies, and then they eventually got out to North America and
They
parts of
went and did
Canada, and
things.
then they did trade. They traded with the natives. I don't know what you would call the people of that time.
I'm not sure.
So yeah, and also like the whole. How the fuck do you discover something if you show up and there's already people there?
Exactly. It's
You
like
didn't discover shit.
You just-
You're just your tribe ran into another tribe.
and you
And
took
then-
over.
Yeah, because like the Columbian Exchange is like probably the most important event in human history. Past 5 centuries,
Yeah.
easily.
Easily.
It had to happen. It went
Something's
down
gonna happen
horribly,
if
but it
not.
had to happen.
Something was gonna happen. It was a matter of time.
Yeah, I mean, could it have really been better? Time, that's just how it was gonna go, no matter what.
That is true in the
Like in
time.
that time, it's not like it's us finding a place now. Obviously,
Yeah.
it'd go better than it did
Yeah,
centuries ago.
decent
Yeah.
for their time.
Well, yeah, that's the whole thing. Is decent is all relative.
Yeah.
Like what for their standards, everything was totally fine. What
Yeah.
they did. Not dismissing like how fucked up shit was, but I can't wait until you know when I'm old. I'm sure Jones, my nephew, and Delia, my niece, will be like, what y'all did in the 90s was fucked up.
Oh, I bet.
And we're like, we thought it was right. Like, we thought that was the right thing to do. Like, it just changes so fast. And you can't, like, use rules of today to judge the rules of yesteryear.
Yeah, because everything's different. Times change.
Right. And that's what, like, that's why people have to be a little more not open-minded, that's not the right word. Just
A little more lenient.
keep in mind, like, for instance, like today, like getting married.
Yeah.
Great.
Great.
Should have happened a long time ago.
Should have.
It didn't happen until recently. Right? But there's still people, right? Older people that aren't cool with that shit.
Yeah.
and you gotta kind of give them a break.
Yeah, because they're not
'Cause
used
they
to
were
it.
told their whole life it's wrong, it's messed up, it's gonna open up a whole can of worms. It's gonna, So when they're resistant to that, you can't be like, die, you fucking scum. And that's like a lot of people's response. And it's like you have to have some understanding. You'd be like, kind of pat the old guy on the head. Okay, Grandpa. Just kind of ignore it. Like, gone soon. Like, there's no reason to be like up in arms about people like not getting used to change. Like, it takes a generation or two before it's
Change doesn't happen
normal.
overnight.
No. But I just think it's funny. Like, the most progressive people can't admit that to themselves.
That is very
They're just
true.
like, you have to change now. Everything you've been told your whole life is a lie, and now this is it. Like, they might believe the same to you. You've been sold a lie. I know the truth.
Yeah, it's all
So
relevant.
you have to, like, give it a second, especially in a deeply Christian conservative country.
Yeah.
Not everybody's going to be cool with that shit. And they can not be cool with it. Because the law is now it's okay. So who cares if you're not cool with it? That's fine.
It's okay.
It's a free country in the fact that you can do whatever they want. It's a free country in the fact that you can say whatever you want. Not going to change the law. Yeah, except for abortion. Apparently you can change that.
Apparently.
God, Jesus Christ. I don't want to get into politics.
Yeah.
That's one thing we talked about.
Yeah. Makes me
I
so
didn't mean
angry.
to go into that. Yeah.
I was like,
I feel
ooh.
like we all have our own.
Everybody has their own like feelings on
Yeah.
things and perspectives.
Right. We're not going to reveal any of them. But
Yeah.
we love all people.
All people are great unless you're a dick.
We hope. Yeah, that's right.
Then fuck you.
Have you ever heard? We'll change the subject here.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of a she shed?
She shed?
Yeah.
Not like a girl version of a man cave?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never heard about it until yesterday.
It's like a shed outside.
Well, I mean, it's like a
Usually.
man cave isn't literally a cave. She shed isn't literally a shed. It's just like a room for.
Oh, I
you.
just always saw them as like my family
Oh,
would
okay.
have like actual sheds.
Oh,
The
keep
females.
the women in the shed. Right?
Well, it had all the gardening stuff and whatnot on one side, and then it'd have all the other fancy doodly shit that they'd have.
Well, the men did the gardening in my family. Well, I don't know. Yeah, everybody's different.
That's true.
But if whatever version of that you have, what would be in your she shed? What do you think would be like?
I
cool?
first would have a tree house as my she shed. I'm gonna be real.
Okay.
Dope ass she shed. It'd have a kitchen, be able to work, like all the necessities. This is if I was rich, also.
Oh yeah, money is no obstacle.
But
What you have, like realistic,
yeah, realistically, like I would definitely have like a working kitchen and whatnot in there because I definitely want to like camp out there.
Sure.
But TV, internet for video games, so I can
Yeah.
up there. Hell
Get your
yeah,
computer, get your gaming shit.
for real. Yeah, just game the fuck up there. But then be able to have like homies over too,
Yeah. Okay.
like multiple couches.
It's like a little house.
Yeah, kind of, but smaller. I have a bathroom and a kitchen. That's about it.
Right. Okay.
Could sleep on the couches, but gaming couches.
She should.
Yeah, she should.
She should. She should. Wow. I think if I like was to deck out like a man cave, like I want a projector for sure.
For sure, yeah.
For movies and shit. That would be cool.
I just don't watch movies
And then I
anymore.
have a globe bar.
Ooh, bar. Hell yeah.
set up a ping pong table on top of.
Oh, hell yeah.
So you could play ping pong. I had a friend that had that growing up. They had a pool table.
I would love that
We
shit.
spent a lot of nights at their house. Yeah.
I love ping pong. Ping pong's one of my favorite sports.
Yeah. You play pickleball?
No.
It's like a cross between tennis and ping pong. It's like a smaller court. It's big paddle. And you use like a big wiffle ball, kind of. Bigger control than like a tennis ball. Tennis balls, sometimes you hit it too hard and it goes flying.
Kind of like
It's nothing like
or
crochet
badminton
or
or whatever
cricket.
the fuck it is, where you're just like.
Is it badminton? I called it that the other day and I thought it was wrong.
Badminton, I've played
You
that.
talking about with the bird thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's different than that. It's like literally like those wiffle balls you get, but it's like this. It's like the size of an orange.
Okay.
The ball stick. You can hit the fuck out of it. Wooden
Played
paddle.
that.
Yeah, pickleball was something I used to. Going back to summer camp, I used to play at summer camp all the time.
Hell yeah.
And apparently, it's really popular in Austin. Like
Well,
I had no idea. I've been trying to get Rustin to fucking set because I don't want to buy it.
yeah, Rustin, we should buy a set.
Yeah.
We should play it sometime.
Well, he's the type of guy, like, he's the spoon that stirs a milkshake. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
I can have an idea. Doesn't mean I'm going to go through with everything
Yeah.
that needs to be done for it to happen. That guy, you put a good enough idea in his brain, he's going to make it happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
If he deems it a good idea.
Yeah, he deems most things a good idea that I come up with. Because I wouldn't come at him with a dumb idea.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not saying you would.
No, I'm just, yeah. I'm not saying you would say that. I'm just saying, yeah, I know what ideas to feed certain people.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm not going to be like, listen, bro, you know it'd be cool? Buy me a pool table. Like, yeah, like I know, like.
All day.
Yeah.
Just buy me a pool in the backyard too, so I can swim after.
Yeah, buy me a pool. No, it's a bad example, but I'm just trying to say, yeah, like certain things that like, oh, this person would be interested.
Yeah, makes sense.
But yeah, also Man Cave would have to have microphones and cameras and shit so I could do podcasts.
Fuck yes.
And it not be in our living room.
Might have been in the living room.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Well, it's either in here or the garage.
I feel like here is just warmer.
Yeah,
And
it's
B,
warmer.
it just adds a certain atmosphere. You can always change up the atmosphere in here. You can change the
That's
atmosphere
true.
out there too, but you can't control the heat out there. So
Yeah, and in the summertime, you'd be miserable.
maybe sitting there like, oh, it's so hot in here. Buy extra fans and some heaters, maybe.
It's just more, yeah, it's dumping more money.
Yeah, more money
You
into
might as
something.
well get a studio at that point.
Yeah.
What's something you're absolutely sure of that everyone else claims you're wrong about? Like. Yeah, sorry, it's a toughie. We'll put you on the spot.
That is a toughie. Something that I find right that other people find wrong, per se.
Yeah, something.
I
It
believe
doesn't
in.
have to be anything big. Just something you think is true, and everyone disagrees with you on. Like,
Well, with my
you're
Just
Wiccan,
like-
right?
Whoa. Yes and no, like practices in the culture.
Yeah.
Karma and chakras, that kind of shit. And people are always like, it's ritual spell stuff. And then the other one, you're just, there's like moon rituals, but it's just giving, summoning a devil or doing a seance. Because I don't believe in the seances. Because seances, that causes negative energy.
People are confused about what it actually
Yeah, like
means.
what it means to be. Because there's like different branches. Depends on which branch you are. I'm just the overall. Because I'm just like quite
Interesting.
pagan.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely not a Christian. It's
Well,
like it's like a weird mix.
Christians are the pagans of our day, are they not?
Kind of, yeah. It's just I don't worship God. Care of us, and if we fuck her up too horrible, she's gonna quote unquote well, but there
Gaia,
is science to
Gaia,
it.
is that what you call it?
Kind of, I guess, but I don't know, it's like hard to put into words for me because like I fell out of my practice a little bit, so I'm like a little hated in it now. But
Yeah.
the gists of it I still remember because I still do.
Sure.
So I kind of stumbled across it and I really fell in love with it. And I was like, actually clicks. It makes sense. Find a religion because
So growing up, there is no religion.
we had Christianity.
Right.
Baptist.
Baptist. Church.
No, I was not baptized. My brother
So you're a
was.
heathen.
Yep, I'm a baptized, but my brother was. He's the real heathen.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he got baptized, but I didn't.
It's because you never got around to it, or you just didn't want to. You told your
I
parents
wanted to be baptized, but my dad wanted me to wait.
till you're older and understood what you're doing.
Yeah. And even then, he still wouldn't baptize me. So then eventually I was like, baptized. Then I fell out of Christianity, so I'm kind of glad he didn't baptize me in a way because I'm like, I don't really believe.
Yeah.
Have like a whole ceremony for somebody who didn't believe.
A lot of pointless baptisms.
They did it when I was a baby. Yeah.
Frankly.
Yeah. Right. Just like, all right. Baptized. Let's move on.
Yeah. That's cool. I mean, that is something. Yeah, like most people wouldn't even ask, like, most people are like, are you Christian? You Muslim? You Jewish? You atheist? Some people might be, are you Hindu?
Your mind and they think
Buddhist?
Satanism.
It sounds a lot like, well, because it
But-
sounds like Satan practice. Not in the Christian sense, in the Church of Satan sense, which they believe in, like, help yourself.
Well, unless you still
believe
help
what you
others.
want to believe.
Help others because it's like a.
Well, that's the thing about Satanism is, like, some of them do believe you help others, and some choose what you think is right. It's a misconception about Church of Satan.
Yeah, it's a little
A few
different.
religions I haven't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would because
Okay.
you're pretty much worshiping Mother Earth, like not in the sense of how Christians worship Jesus. Not in that sense.
Hmm.
It is a spiritual sense though, so it is still
Yeah.
actively like praying every day. You're just chakra.
That's cool. Respect on you for like being your own person and
Yeah.
being like, oh, that's fine.
This is very true. I'm very open minded to other people. The only thing I'm not very killing people for 72 virgins. Like I'm all for Muslim,
Let's be
but
clear.
it's this
Extremist
extremist.
Muslims,
Yes.
not the majority.
Yes, it's a minority. Not all of them
Well,
are. Let's kill people.
right. The minority are the people that actually act on killing people. A lot of people believe that, but they would never actually.
Yeah,
hurt
they would never
somebody.
hurt anybody.
Yeah. Not gonna throw a gay guy off a tower, but they believe it'd be okay if somebody did.
Yeah, but they're not
That's
gonna.
what's wrong.
And I agree with that part.
Yeah.
But it's like, who am I to tell people, well, your religion's wrong? Because the
Correct.
same thing can be said to me and to other people. It's like, you believe something, but if it harms others, that's not okay.
Yeah. Or of ideas.
Yeah, you can believe something,
Yeah.
but don't act upon it if it's going to harm others.
Exactly.
Against the law. I mean, there are laws for reasons. Exist.
There's only God's law. Okay.
In his law.
There is no God but God.
Saying if you do Christianity, they have 10 commandments.
Allah Akbar.
Yeah, join them. One of us.
I want
One
to join
of
the
us.
Muslims, dude. They gotta figure,
Blow some shit up.
dude. I put
So the hot job is actually a modesty thing. Because the only people that can see you, like,
I
see
don't want to
you,
get into this.
is like. Honestly, if I could, I'd cover my shit up. Because,
Well, I thought that's why women were supposed to grow their hair.
I feel like a Christian. They really are. They're like, yee, how, honk it
The
down.
thing I like about the Amish, have you heard of Rumspringa?
No.
Thing. They raise you in the family. You do school, you're homeschooled, all that shit, right?
Yep.
Turn either 14 or 15.
Okay.
You go out into the evil fucking world.
Oh, God.
So, right. So, like,
Right.
at 15, all the Amish, boys and girls, it doesn't matter. They, like, start partying, drinking, and smoking cigarettes, and using a phone and a car. You know, all the things the world has. And they make a choice at the end of it. Are they going to stay with the church, or are they going
Shunned.
to shun? Say, oh, it turns out the world is pretty good. I'm going to leave all connections I have, try and make it on my own in the world. Which, like, you're fucked. You have no education. They have no skills. Like, they know English, they know Dutch, They know how to read and write. Hopefully, not all of them do. They know basic math. They don't know shit, right? So like they're set up basically like to come back because
They're
they'll
set
have
up
no
for
choice.
failure.
Yeah.
They have no
So it's
choice.
genius.
It really is.
They take them right back. I mean, and think about like how easy your life is if everything is just handled for you. You want a job, you have a job. You don't have to worry about looking for one. We'll give you one. Want a wife? We'll just give you a wife. You don't have to date. You don't have to meet anybody. We just give them to you. Two. Determined. Oh yeah. But there's something to that. I'm not hating on that religion. Like there's something to just simple. That's old. That's old school. Very old school ideology. That's how it used to be. But I just think it's interesting that they add that element of like, you want to see the world, go ahead and go out in the world with nothing, and see how you do. You're gonna do terrible, no matter who you are. If you have nothing and no body, you'll never make it. So of course they come back, and it strengthens their faith. Have a Rumspringa. You know that's very common. A lot. You know, horrible parents
But
do.
I didn't
do
want to
shit
come
like
back.
that.
Every time she let me go, she pulled a hole. She ran away. You're the one that told me to leave. Applesauce cinnamon is amazing. Vitamin. Vitamins kind of got me doing my thing.
Turn it over. Threw me off.
Jesus.
Anything in the new anything.
I think the only thing that's like new that happened that kind of like throws me off a little. Everything, but it tries to advertise that it has everything, and it throws me off. All the Disney movies, and you don't have every Disney movie.
What are they missing?
Like early Disney.
They have the original movies, the channel, Disney Channel original movies, because those are the best ones.
I'm not sure. I haven't looked into that part, but they just really have Marvel in it. It's mainly Marvel. I get Marvel took over Marvel or whatever, but
Yeah.
Walt Disney was more than just Marvel. Like he was something else. Marvel was
Stanley. Dude,
saying Steve, and I was like, that's not his fucking name.
if I could go back in time and kill Stanley, I would.
I wouldn't.
I wish none of this superhero shit would have ever happened. It's awful.
I liked the comics because he made the comics. Comics were good.
Yeah, but the comics were only the beginning of the horror.
I don't know. I like it though.
I just think there's
I'm not as fixated.
There's so much good mythology out there. And superheroes like the lowest form of it.
Good childhood thing.
Nothing about my childhood makes me think of superheroes.
I did.
Strokes, homie.
I also did the Japanese
I mean, I watched. I mean, I guess.
I'm talking about like comic book wise.
I guess I'm saying Marvel. DC in particular.
certain
like I watch like
Marvel.
Dragon Ball Z. I know that's like superhero shit and it's cartoons. It was
In a
the
sense.
shit that's out now in theaters.
That is true. In a sense. Superheroes. Disney.
Yeah. Oh, Disney Plus. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's such a love-hate relationship with Disney.
It really
They do
is.
so much shit right and so much shit wrong. You're just like,
Yeah, they're not the best, but they're not the
there's
worst.
yeah, exactly. I think they're overall okay.
A little
Other
overrated.
than trying to take over everything, that's a little annoying.
They really are trying to get a fucking monopoly, and I'm like, bro, simmer down, simmer down.
And they're like releasing like Simpsons shorts. It's totally, dude. Have you seen new episodes of The Simpsons?
I have not.
They're garbage. I mean, they've been garbage for a long time, but oh my god, that show used to be, and what it is now, it's sad.
I think
It really is sad.
I quit watching it. Any of the new stuff in
quit watching it
2012, 2013.
Oh, even earlier for me.
But I didn't start watching it until later
Yeah, right.
than what most people did. But I'm also
Right.
yeah,
Watching it in '98 is when I started watching.
2005.
We would like go into my friend's older brother's room to watch it because the parents. When we were young.
I'd sneak into my mom's room. And
South Park is really the show.
that and Futurama. Kiss my
But
shiny metal ass.
That's a show, like, growing up, we all had it, like, I was very lucky, like I've told you. We all had a TV in our fucking room. There's a
Lucky.
TV in the kitchen, TV
Damn.
in the living room, TV in my mom's room, TV in my room, TV in my. So we had separate rooms.
Baller.
So everybody, I mean, wonder why I just always just go right in my room when I come home, because that's how it was at my house. And my mom's house is like, you know, because my mom do the same thing. Come home, talk, blah 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 blah, start messing with. Stepdad be in the living room watching this show. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I mean by like raised by TV. You know,
See,
you get
I
off
was
work,
raised
you get off
outside.
school, you get done with football, you get done working out, whatever. Time to veg out. Veg out and watch the Idiot Box. Park is one of those shows that like had like a friend of a friend I heard it from. That's like something you had to keep a secret. Right. And I remember you'd go to school the next day and talk about the episode. I'm like 10 years old watching that shit.
Hell yeah.
It was awesome.
I like that. I'm 10 years
was
old
so
watching
much
South
fun.
Park.
And then I wonder like why I'm so coarse and so like jaded and
Clark is fucked up.
no, I mean,
But in a good way.
because I'd watch that and I'd watch Family Guy, I'd watch Futurama,
American Dad.
I'd watch American Dad was a little after my time.
Lame.
Watch home movies, Simpsons, Chappelle Show a little later down the line. Obviously, I want to have my own show. I'm not addicted to fucking media.
Hell yeah. And you should.
We are.
Exactly. Keep with the hustle.
That's true.
Um.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't. I don't know what else to ask you.
Not sure.
All right, let's see what else we got. Oh, here's a good one. Childhood celebrity crush.
How old are we talking? Like what age?
Childhood.
Like elementary?
Whatever you consider
I'm
that.
still a child, technically.
Yeah.
That's why I'm asking.
No, you know, like let's say before ninth grade. Before that. That's a good threshold.
So actor wise, it was Orlando Bloom because of Legolas. I
Dude.
loved him in fucking The Lord of the Rings.
Even I would hook up with Legolas. Come on.
He was so good looking. And then it switched to God, what was his name? Some singer. I can't remember the fucking singer.
Nick Jonas.
Fuck no. I think it was Hunter
Blake
Hayes.
Shelton. Hunter Hayes.
But that was like, I think that might have been 2011 actually. After 9 years old. This guy.
This guy.
Kind of looks like Caden.
Yeah, a young chick.
Yeah.
He's like a square fucking face.
I didn't see that photo of him.
Yeah, I mean, he's a good looking guy, of course. I mean, shit.
I saw him when he was like younger.
Yeah,
like
yeah. I could see, yeah.
Yeah.
Little girl, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh, he's so precious.
That's funny.
Everyone was just like, yeah, I want to fuck him. And I'm just like, he's just so cute. I was like all innocent about it because I was just like, he has a pretty face. He's just a pretty little boy.
Mine was Mandy Moore, no doubt about it.
Yeah, I was trying to keep
This is
mine.
her older.
I was trying to keep mine heterosexual because we're talking female crushes. Mine was fucking Lizzie McGuire for a while.
Yeah,
there.
Lizzie McGuire. Nah, she's another one.
I was like, ooh, hey there.
Yeah. Lizzie McGuire, Hillary Duff.
Hillary Duff.
Yeah, I definitely. I remember when that show premiered. I think I was at Bonham Elementary.
Chick on Danny Phantom.
Yeah, Hillary Duff, big fan.
Yeah.
I want to see better pictures than this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's very pretty.
She's gorgeous.
Yeah, dude.
No, everybody likes Marilyn Monroe, but nice. She looked good with it.
Yeah, who else were we saying?
Marilyn Monroe.
Oh, Marilyn Monroe.
But everybody likes Marilyn. Plastic.
Never really, yeah,
Paper
never
bag
really.
or potato sack. Potato sack. That's what it was. She wore a potato sack to the Met Gala.
Potatoes.
She did. Look up Marilyn Monroe. Really did wear a potato sack to a photo shoot because someone was like, she wore a potato sack.
This show.
She looked good
Oh,
in
well,
a
come
fucking
on.
potato sack. Making fun of her because she was thick at that time.
The junkie Shianne.
I don't
Nothing
care.
hot about that.
But the thickness.
Just kidding.
That thickness, though. Could have been thicker. I would have liked that. Yeah, I don't know her. Ew.
People try to compare her to Marilyn Monroe.
No. That's a hard pass. That's a face only a mother could love.
She was a stripper.
Stripping. She couldn't. R.I.P.
So mean.
You're trying so hard.
That spells trouble.
Yeah. Now, if she has a great personality, then I'm all for
Well,
it.
apparently
but-
she's very sweet.
Okay, then I'm all for it, but that face. I would too. Look at that.
I think she was in Austin Powers. The
Oh
first
my
movie.
God! Yes, I loved her.
And
yes,
she was in Bewitched or Bedazzled.
She definitely gave me
Elizabeth Hurley. Yeah, I definitely had a crush.
Lady Boner. Definitely. Oh no! I fell over. I fell over
She was
again.
really good before she was all put together.
The thing that pisses me off now is that people used to compare me to Angelina Jolie.
Well, you do look kind of Armenian. Yeah. You look a bit Eastern European.
But I'm like, I don't look like no
Mediterranean.
Angelina Jolie though. Has some big ass fucking like lips.
Yeah, you want to get collagen injections?
No, thank you. I'm okay. Stay
Get
natural.
Botox?
I like the good old natural. If I'm gonna be ugly, I'm gonna be ugly, bitch.
All right.
I'm just
More
like,
power to you.
I will die ugly
All right.
because I don't want to be botched.
That's true. Sure to botch you.
Well, here's the thing. I'd rather die naturally than to have like some infection kill me due to some failure from a doctor. I don't want to have somebody potentially liable for me dying or something horrible being like bleh, on the table.
I want to look like the.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, if you like that, more power to you. But gross.
I want me and my coworker to look like these two. And this is who they see. Hello, how are you doing?
Gorgeous.
Perfectly good looking.
Great looking.
Why would you do that?
Handsome
Yeah.
motherfuckers.
Why would you do that?
Now I wouldn't touch them with a 10-foot pole.
Well, they're dead.
R.I.P.
They're
Rest in
dead,
peace.
so we can't be too mean. Yeah.
Well, yes, you can. Poor life choice. Oh my god. Keep showing me.
This
I
is
can't
me.
not.
This is how I want to look. This is.
He looks
perfection.
like he got bit, or not bit, stung by a
Bit
bunch
by
of
a-
bees.
Yeah, it looks like 1,000 rattlesnakes bit these motherfuckers.
I know. I'm just like, Botox not be working.
This is gonna be my profile picture on Slack.
Hey.
Yeah, my Texas accent. This is me. You can imagine this guy talking like a Texan.
Oh my god, yes.
Hey there.
Hey there, partner.
I thought that was funny.
He misses you.
I miss you already.
Betty White dying killed me.
Oh yeah.
Before her
I was
100th
pretty
birthday.
unfazed.
It only killed me because it was 10 days before her fucking 100th birthday.
Oh, you lived to 100.
She didn't get
Pretty much. Come on. Somebody that old, that's like being 90 seconds away. A year. Seriously? Like a couple
10 days,
days.
but,
Yeah,
yeah.
10 days ain't shit. She was 100. Come on. Give her that. Give her that much.
They did on Google. A friend.
I guess it's hard for me to feel sorry for someone that dies at 90.
Yeah, her life was great.
It's like, not gonna go on forever. You're
What
not
about-
gonna, you know, like
How did you feel about Bobby?
Bobby Lee?
Bobby Saget.
It sucks.
That kind of crushed me.
It
A
sucks.
lot.
Because he was America's dad, right?
Yep.
And I went there when like Full House was live, maybe toward the end. But like in the summertime, they played reruns on TBS and on TN, like different cable networks, right? Like in the summertime, like I would watch like Saved by the Bell would come on,
Ooh, that's a
and
good
then
one.
like other daytime TV shows like Sister Sister and shit like that, and then in the evening like Family Matters would come on, and
Oh my God, I love
Full
Family
House would come on.
Matters.
So like like we've talked about, it's been a theme of mine. Raised on TV. Like yeah, like I watched every episode of Full House.
Did you watch Fuller House?
No, I haven't checked it out. No, I kind of just want to keep it where it is.
That is true.
It kind of was what it was, and
I only liked it because Bobby.
I remember America's Funniest Home Videos. Like I was around when that was live on ABC. I think it was ABC.
I'm not sure what
Like
it
I
was.
remember that watching that with my brother and my stepdad, and well, it was like original like YouTube clips.
Okay.
You never heard of America's Home Videos?
That I do.
He hosted it, and it was just like
Oh shit.
it was like mostly people falling, like embarrassing videos. It's kind of like think Rob Dyrdek's Ridiculousness, except the OG.
Yeah, I remember watching it with my dad, but
Yeah.
it was some old guy when I watched it with my dad.
Well, Bob Saget hosted that.
Shit.
I know it changed over time. But yeah, it's funny because it's kind of like terrible TV. But when I was a little kid, I don't know any different. I'm like, ha, the voice is so funny, and look at people fall. You know what I mean? It's not like great TV, but the point I'm making is like I was familiar with like that guy.
Yeah.
Like I saw him on Half Baked. You ever see that movie?
Yes.
Yeah. It's like, have you ever sucked dick for marijuana? Like trying to give Dave Chappelle shit. He goes to like an NA meeting. It's like, I'm addicted to marijuana. Crowd boos him. Like, can't be addicted to fucking marijuana. And he stands up. He's like, have you ever sucked dick for marijuana? I've smoked dick for crack. And like makes his cameo. And like I didn't know like his comedy. I was unfamiliar with that. So then I saw that and I like started actually watching a stand up comedy. Filthy, filthy fucking mouth. Filthy mouth. But apparently the nicest guy in the world. Have you ever seen Barstool Sports does the pizza reviews?
I've seen Barstool.
Pizza shows like it's not a political show like some of their stuff, but yeah, like basically this guy made it his life mission every day to go to a new pizza place. Scoring and he's like, oh, this is like 7.2 out of 10. And so he kind of advertises the place, gives a score. It's like a quick video. It's fun. He did an episode of Bob Saget, and there's like a homeless guy like mumbling on something, and like Bob apparently did shit like that all the time. Just
I
help
like
people
that.
out of nowhere. Like didn't have to do shit. He could have given him a piece of pizza and say, "Here you go, bum." But no, it's just one of those things. Like, oh, maybe this guy actually wasn't a piece of shit. No, you're on camera. You want to look good.
That'd be like, I think.
I definitely wasn't tore up about him dying, but it was sudden and strange. He looked fine. He didn't.
Yep.
So. Whatever you want your life to be.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be mad if I died and somebody's like, that guy sucked. I'd be like, good. I live my life. No matter how you affect them.
For me, I want to
Yeah,
have a good impact on life.
Yeah. What would you want your legacy to be? Like, what do you want people?
Friends are happiness for me too. Without them,
That's good. I was just about to say.
because I can live without
Friends
friends.
come and go. We all know.
If you don't have a friend, get a dog
Yeah.
until you find friends. You have a dog and a friend.
And higher goal is like how to live even without friends.
Your own
Just
friend.
being by yourself is enough.
Content with
That
being
way,
alone.
when you get something, you know what you really have. Then if you lose it, you're right back. You're like, oh, well, been here before.
Because some people can't live without other people.
Right, but some people should live without other people so they can learn what it takes to deserve having another person.
Yes.
Because then you don't take it for granted. Like, when things are just handed to you, like people, relationships, whatever, love, what, it's just given to you. You don't understand, like, what necessarily not what you owe, what it's worth keeping that. I don't know. I just think you have to like strip it all down to where like you have absolutely nothing. Like if you can be happy, then when you get the good things, they're gonna mean so much more to you. It's almost like just giving if you're giving like shit.
Yeah, if you're given the world, then like, what are you learning?
Yeah, but not even the world, man.
I call it the world, but
Yeah.
I don't.
And even just having somebody else, it's a gift. Fuck, man. Guess we'll leave it at. I don't know what else to talk about.
Uh, let's see.
Vegan food?
Yes,
I love it.
it's amazing.
What's not to love about it?
I have no clue, but Paula, how do you feel about that? It's
Um, I've never had a bad chicken tikka masala. Got a buffet and it wasn't great, but it's still pretty fucking good. I mean, it's gravy, chicken, and rice. How could you? Well, curry is a great. I mean,
it is
curry's
a gravy? See, I did not know that.
Well, have you made curry before?
No.
It's
I've never made a
gravy
curry.
or a sauce. It's just called curry.
Not a proper curry. I've made a fake curry.
It's
Like a half-assed one.
well, making curry is a bitch.
Yeah.
Spices. It's a lot of condensing. Takes time. Pick up a measurement. It's hard to take back because it's so
So out there.
fragrant. There's so many like spices going into it and so much shit going into it that you can't like take out. It's hard. Like if you fuck it up, like that's just gonna be the taste. You can't alter the taste. Salt but not take it out thing.
Yeah.
Like that's your batch. That's how it's gonna fucking taste. You gotta be careful. It's hard to find like spices. Getting curry powder from HEB. Not the best. Gotta get the job done. I'd rather be eating it than making it, I guess, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, same.
Because I've made some and it was pretty good, and it worked. It wasn't like the restaurant,
That is true.
and it wasn't like home cooked. I remember at the state hospital I worked with, and we had potlucks, right? Like Thanksgiving dinner, like you bring the turkey, everybody just brings whatever. It's fun because then you just
Soul food's my favorite.
oh, dude, soul food. Yeah.
Have you had
Caribbean
teriyaki?
food, like, have I had?
I heard all those foods and I was like, teriyaki?
Of course, I've had teriyaki.
Okay.
I'm not living under a rock. Look at the size of me, Cheyenne. I've had every type of food there is. I don't turn any food down. Unless it's Chick-fil-A.
You give me an I'm not a
Texture?
fan. Yeah, I was gonna say a lot of the things I don't like is based off of texture.
Yeah, I get it.
I can stomach them. Because of their taste being so good to me, I can stomach them, but I hate
Gotta
their
put on a
fucking.
cracker and some hot sauce. It's good. It's like a loogie.
Oh my god, it's worse than a loogie. It's like somebody else's loogies in your mouth, and you're like, because
Good.
it's cold, so it feels like.
Well, I'm done.
Okay.
I'm done.